go. So there she is. There's the new number plate on it. I got it on last Thursday afternoon and I had to leave half an hour later after I put the plate on to Vienna. So the first drive was either late Friday night or Saturday. It's now Sunday and we've been out and again it today. So for those of you who are just watching, this is my old channel, Dave Jaguar 66, which was white. It was actually my email address, and I changed it to Classic Car Cave. And this has a, I think I mentioned it before, but to people who are just watching, you can see there's no hinges on the bottom. It's because it's got a side opening boot, so it's the same mechanism. It opens sideways on like that. It's a A4 Audi boot hinges, if you're interested. Yeah, it's been jacked up a little bit because of the turf. It had to go through an engineering program check in Austria. But you can see it's got the wooden dash in it. This is Newton Commercial's interior complete. These are leather seats and their own brand. They're brand new. The only thing I'm not happy with is they've had to put these rubber extensions on because they won't allow any of the wheel or tyre to stick out. So they're not too bad, but I need it for legal reasons. It's a bit of a mess. It needs cleaning up. Yeah, but apart from that, it goes really well. It's a 1310 in there. It doesn't leak a bit of oil. It's unbelievable. So I had the car finished 3 years ago. Took it to IMM 2019. So the boys could have a look at it, and of course COVID came along, and then about 11 months ago I took it to a guy for him to get it through the turf, and 11 months it took him to get it through because of all kinds of problems. Maybe he's inefficient or whatever, but anyway, he did eventually get it done, and now it's licensed, and that's the number plate up on it. So for your interest, that HF is Hartberg and Fürstenfeld. Fürstenfeld's where we live. Hartberg is the next biggest town, so they've gone together now, HF. And you can have whatever you want as long as it fits onto the plate. So you could have David 1 or Dave 1 or whatever. I wouldn't put my name on it. I mean, it's bad enough having a private plate, but it's really poncy when you put your own name on it. But for a car, like Mini, I wanted Mini 1. But unfortunately a girl had it for a BMW Mini 1, so I took this one instead, and they're €90 for life. So there we go. It might not show up well in the camera, but it actually, a lot of people think it's Old English white. It's not. It's actually a quite a dark beige with the black, very much like kind of Chanel colours. My wife calls it the Chanel Mini. It's very, very Chanel-y beige, if you know what that is. So there we go. But she's a little go, and it's great to just dive around in it. I'm gonna. The engine needs a good power run on it, which I'll do this week, and I'll tune it up a little bit more because it's just lagging a bit on the top end. But lots of go in it. So it was an SPI originally. And I took it back to a carburetted version because I don't like the SPI and the MPIs. They're a basic A series engine or A plus, but I just don't like the basic electronics it's got. It's just too much of a faff. You know, you got I don't know, controls for the heating and the air going in and this and to me a Mini A series is a no nonsense engine. You know, you put power, water, you have water in it, power to the battery, some fuel in it, and it goes. You don't need all that poxy electronics, relays and shit. So that's my thinking. I'm sure I'll get a few comments and verbals about there's nothing wrong with the MPI or SPIs, but I don't like them. But maybe I'm a bit old school. I'm nearly coming up for 68, so there you go. GoPro, stop recording. basically on the road. I've had with it. You get some fuel. This is the first. We obviously tested the car. I've had it on a private bit of road, a private area. This is the first time since I brought it from England, because it was in such a poor state. Obviously the rear subframe was completely knackered and there was a lot of body work it required. So yeah, this is the very first time it's been on the. Put some fuel in it. Seriously quick off the acceleration, this thing. I can't go too quick. It's a built up area. After all these years of having it finished, 3 years it's been finished, and a year to get it tested and get it through the test, COVID and everything else. And then now I've got to do a shakedown with it, all the little issues. I think the max it's ever been driven is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes on a private road. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.